Settle in now, wherever you are lying. Let your body sink a little deeper into the mattress. There's nothing you need to do right now, and nowhere you need to be. This is simply time for you, time to rest, to let go, and to drift. Take a slow breath in and let it out, long and easy. Feel your shoulders loosen. Let your jaw soften. Your eyelids grow heavy, like they're made of warm sand. Let your hands rest wherever they are. Let your feet rest wherever they are. There's no position to fix, nothing to adjust. Just this, a body slowly settling, growing calmer with every breath. Tonight, we're going to take a slow walk together down a quiet country lane. As the light fades and the evening settles in, there's no rush at all. We have all the time in the world. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a small village, just as the sun begins to lower itself behind the hills. The sky above you is turning a soft shade of amber, brushed with streaks of rose and lavender. The air is cool, but not cold, just enough to feel fresh against your skin. Behind you, the village is quiet. A few windows glow with early lamplight. Somewhere, very faintly, you can hear the soft clink of a pot, a door closing gently. The ordinary sounds of evening settling over rooftops. But none of that concerns you now. Your attention is on what's ahead. In front of you, a narrow dirt path winds away from the village, past a low stone wall covered in moss, and disappears into a gentle valley. You know this path. You've walked it before many times, and each time it feels like coming home. You take your first step onto the path. The ground is soft underfoot, packed earth, a little dusty, warmed all day by the sun, and now just beginning to cool. You can feel small pebbles beneath the soles of your shoes, and the give of the earth with each step. There is no hurry in this walk. Let your pace slow, naturally, the way it does at the end of a long day. To your left, a field of tall grass sways gently in the breeze. It moves like water, in slow waves, rippling out toward the horizon. The grass whispers as it moves, a soft, papery sound, rising and falling with each gust of wind. To your right, the stone wall continues, low and uneven, built by hands long ago. Patches of soft green moss cling to its surface, and here and there, small white wildflowers grow from the cracks between the stones. You let your fingers trail along the top of the wall as you walk. It's cool and rough beneath your fingertips. There's no sound but the breeze, the grass, and your own quiet footsteps. No traffic, no voices, no hurry. Breathe in slowly. You can smell the grass, warm and green, and beneath it, something sweeter, wildflowers, and the faint scent of wood smoke drifting from somewhere far off. Let that breath out slowly and feel your body settle a little more. A few steps further, you notice small white butterflies drifting lazily above the grass, rising and falling on the breeze, in no hurry to get anywhere at all. You watch them for a moment, And then let your gaze drift back to the path ahead. As you continue down the path, the valley opens up before you. The land slopes gently downward, and in the distance, you can see the silver glint of water, a lake, calm and still, nestled between soft hills. The path curves gently to the left, following the natural slope of the land. You're walking downhill now, and it feels effortless, like the path itself is carrying you forward, one slow step at a time. The light is changing. The amber sky has deepened into something richer now. Burnt orange, fading into a deep blue at the edges. A few of the first stars are beginning to appear, faint and scattered, like someone has just started sprinkling them across the sky. You pass beneath an old oak tree that stands alone in the middle of the field, its branches wide and heavy, leaves rustling softly above you. For a moment, you pause beneath it. The air here is a little cooler, shaded from what remains of the day's warmth. You can hear a bird somewhere in the branches above, settling in for the night, calling out once, softly, before falling silent. You rest a hand against the trunk of the tree. The bark is rough and solid beneath your palm, warm still from the day's sun. You stand there a moment longer, in no rush, simply breathing, simply being still. If your mind wanders while we walk, and it might, that's all right. Just notice it drifting, and then gently bring it back to the path beneath your feet, to the sound of the grass, to the cool evening air. There's nothing to figure out tonight, nothing to solve, just this path, this walk, this slow and easy evening. You continue on. The path is easy now, smooth, familiar, sloping gently toward the water. Now the lake comes fully into view. It stretches out before you, wide and calm, its surface like glass, perfectly still except for the faintest ripples where the breeze touches it. The last light of the sunset is reflected across the water in long, soft streaks of orange and pink, slowly fading into deeper blues. The path winds along the edge of the lake now, and you can hear the faint, gentle lapping of water against the shore. A slow, steady rhythm, like the lake itself is breathing. You pass a patch of tall reeds growing near the water's edge, swaying slightly and further along. A few smooth gray stones sit half buried in the soft mud of the bank, worn round by years of water. At the edge of the lake, nestled among a small cluster of trees, sits a cottage, its small and simple timber walls weathered silver gray with age, a sloped roof, and a soft glow of warm light coming from the windows. A thin ribbon of smoke rises from the chimney, curling up into the darkening sky. This is where we're headed tonight. The path leads you down toward the cottage, past a small wooden dock that extends out over the water. As you walk by, you notice a rowboat tied to the dock, gently rocking with the rhythm of the lake, bumping softly against the wooden posts. You pause for a moment at the start of the dock, looking out over the still water. The moon has begun to rise now, low over the far hills, pale and soft, its light just beginning to touch the surface of the lake. You turn back toward the cottage and continue along the path. Your footsteps grow quieter as the ground changes from packed earth to a scattering of smooth, flat stones leading up to the door. You reach the cottage door. It's made of thick wood, worn smooth by years of hands resting on it. And there's a small brass handle, cool to the touch. You push it open, and it creaks softly on its hinges, a warm, familiar sound. Inside, the cottage is simple and cozy. A fire crackles gently in a stone hearth, casting a warm orange glow across the room. The flames dance slowly, log settling now, and then, with a soft pop and a small shower of sparks that drift upward and disappear, there's a large armchair near the fire, covered in a soft, well-worn blanket. The kind that's been washed so many times it's become impossibly soft. You walk over and sink into it. The cushions seem to hold you perfectly, supporting your back, your shoulders, your whole body sinking a little deeper with a long, slow exhale. The warmth from the fire reaches your face, gentle and soothing. You can hear the quiet crackle and pop of the burning wood, the occasional soft hiss as the flames find a new patch of bark to burn. Outside the window, you can just make out the lake in the moonlight now. The sky has turned a deep midnight blue, scattered with stars, and the moon hangs low and full above the water, its reflection stretching out in a long silver path across the surface. Everything here is still. Everything here is safe. There is nowhere else you need to be, and nothing else you need to do. As you sit in the armchair, wrapped in warmth, let your body grow heavier. Feel the weight of your arms resting on the chair, the weight of your legs, relaxed and still. With every breath, let yourself sink a little deeper into softness. Notice your breathing now, slow and easy in and out. There's no need to change it. Just notice it, the way you might notice the fire, or the sound of the lake outside, or the quiet of the room around you. The fire continues to burn low and steady. Its light flickers gently across the wooden beams of the ceiling, casting soft, shifting shadows that move slowly, like the room itself is breathing. Somewhere outside, very faint, you might hear the call of a night bird or the soft lap of water against the dock. These sounds don't disturb the quiet. They're part of it, woven into the stillness of the evening. Let your mind rest now on the simplest of things, the warmth of the fire, the weight of the blanket, the soft rhythm of your own breath. If a thought drifts in about tomorrow, about something left unfinished, about anything at all, let it pass by like a small cloud crossing the night sky outside the window. You don't need to hold onto it. Just let it drift past and return your attention to the fire, to the warmth, to this quiet room by the lake. feels loose and warm and completely at ease. Each breath draws you a little deeper into rest. The lake outside is calm and still. The cottage is warm and quiet. The fire burns low, its light softening, its crackle slowing. There is nothing left to do tonight, nothing left to think about, nowhere else to be. Just this stillness, just this warmth, just the soft, steady rhythm of your breath, carrying you gently, gently down into sleep.